So at the end of last session, Brother John and Brandon leveled up. So that means you're level 6 now, correct? Yes. Which means that you get a stat increase and an extra type. So, Brandon, what was your stat increase and what was your extra type?
I upped my spirit by 1, so I have a D6 for spirit. I figure, after meeting friends and adventuring, he's feeling a little bit better about himself and his place in the world. And the extra type, I chose a technical type.
Okay.
And then basically I just doubled up on what I had. Was it extra class or extra type?
It's extra type.
Okay. Yeah, I need to mark that I did something. But yes, I can now carry more. I have better initiative and I can concentrate even more.
Okay, great. And then, John, what did you get?
The stat increases dexterity. I like to imagine that after his many fumbles, Musashi's been working on his footwork as he's been traveling, like making sure like he's like a little bit more careful with stuff. So he's kind of increased in dexterity. And then type I added was I doubled up on attack. So he's got one more mastered weapon because that I don't think it stacks the way I thought it did. I can't just be like katana. So he's just I'm going to give him a bow, although I don't think he'll ever use a bow at any particular time. Sure. But if he has to use one, he knows how to use one.
I mean, got it. That's a very classic samurai weapon.
Yeah,
so that still works.
Yeah, exactly. So he knows how to use a bow. I don't have a bow, so probably something I'll pick up some other time down the road. But that also increases his HP again. So now he gets +4 to his HP, which he's now standing at 36.
Well, okay, good to know.
And he gets power, which is +1 to damage. So now I get at least, every time I roll damage, I at least do 2 damage. So that's nice. If I really mess up, I at least know I have 2 in there. And also he's a powerhouse, but he's clumsy.
All right.
As his history has shown, he's very clumsy.
Okay, cool. So then let's just go ahead and get started then. So you reached Oscarton at night, pretty late at night, and you met some guards, and Oscarton is a pretty tiny town. I don't remember if I said it last session or not, but I'm thinking maybe 40, maybe 50 people live in this town. The guards were wolves, and it's like a wolf town, and we also established that Francis doesn't have anything to worry about because they will not, that doesn't happen in our world on Loam. So they told you, oh, there's not really an inn, but you can go to the Rhapsody Roads. They'll have a place for you to stay. And I'm pretty sure I was doing a terrible Cockney Australian accent, which
they were very entertaining. It was like he couldn't decide what accent he wanted to use today.
As the four of you enter the town, really the first thing that hits you sense-wise is the smell. It's like the further you go in, the more stinky and like like a sweet stench, maybe like of a decay.
Garbage juice?
Yeah, that's a good, like, it's like garbage. Garbage juice is a great just an adjective for what this is. Evocative.
Okay, as somebody who for a short period of time,
movie theater.
I was gonna say one of my jobs was to like change garbage bags in strip mall in the outside area, and let me tell you, those outside garbage cans, they get some disgusting garbage juice in the bottom of them, and they are horrible smelling. That I don't even want to remember that, and you guys brought it up.
Sorry. You mean me, the GM, describing this town that you're in that smells like the outside garbage juice?
Oh God!
Like the further you get into the town, that's more of what it smells like, and it doesn't have very many torches either. Like set up, like most of the towns that you've been into, especially like Stormbrook, where you came from, they're like posts, there's like actual lamps out, they have like lamplighters and stuff, but this town doesn't have it. Maybe you pass a burning torch on the ground maybe every 10, 20 feet or so. So it's very low light right now. Can I get each of you to roll a d4, please? Let me know what number it is, because I'm looking for a 1 or the closest number to 1.
Oh,
I got a 1.
2.
I guess I critically failed that.
4.
I got a 4.
Oh, okay, great. So Chris, as Francis is walking through this town and you're sniffing your little snort, your foot like squelches into like some muck.
What kind of muck are we talking about? Like pig poop?
It's like maybe there's feces in it, but it's so like goopy and decayed now you really can't like discern. It's just it has the consistency of like banana bready like mixture before you bake it, you know, like mush banana.
It's a good thing I don't wear shoes. Oh, I do have walking shoes on, so they are disgusting now. They're more like, I don't know if you've ever seen like how they do boots in World of Warcraft for like Tauren, who are big cow people. It's basically like a little ankle bracelet of like chainmail around the hoof.
It's been a long time since I looked at a World of Warcraft anything, but I vaguely remember the Tauren.
Yeah.
Are they the Horde?
And that's
or the?
Yeah,
Horde?
they're Horde. So yeah, I've got a little like ankle bracelet of walking shoe, I guess.
And now it's like all the little chain mail's got
disgusting.
like gunk inside of it. Ugh.
It is fully glommed.
Okay, so I didn't even draw really a map for this town yet because it's so small. But eventually you'll make your way to the Rhapsody Roads where the guards had pointed to you. And since you're still in the north timber-ish area, the structure is small log cabin. And as you look at it, you can see that it looks like definitely the logs at the bottom are pretty grimy and it looks fairly old, but there is that Rhapsody Roads logo like sign of it, and it's probably the newest, cleanest part, but even it has a couple of smudges on it. And then you'll go inside and it is low light, very dingy. It has a must smell to it. Like going into a hotel room that's had the air conditioning running for too long and the water build.
This place is gross. Let's get out of here. This whole town is just gross.
Just keep going.
And you walk in. It's dingy. There's low light. Like I said, it says musty, but it's still set up like a Rhapsody Roads you've seen in the past. There's tables. There's a bulletin board. And there is a desk. And there is a young wolf person who's sitting at the desk, and in the low light you can see that they're holding like a stack of papers, and like one side is flipped over and they're holding it kind of like, you know, like it's stapled at a corner, and they look like they're reading it, but when they hear you come in they'll look up at you and they'll "Good day, mates, welcome to the Rhapsody Roads of Oscarton. How can I help you? It's pretty late at night."
This is such a weird. You did it again with the mixing of accents.
Did she? I thought that was pretty solid Australian. Well, not solid, but it was like consistently.
I felt
consistently wrong.
Only mildly
it's a good
offensive.
description of this town.
Okay.
I didn't hear any Germo-Russian or whatever slip in there.
Yeah.
We'll see how long I can keep it up. How can I help you?
I brush some muck off my shoulder and I say, "How do you live here?"
Just fine.
You live like this?
Oh God, I can't do it. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I mean, sniff around. What's up with this place? Why is it so dirty?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Smells fine to me.
Have you ever been to another town?
No, oh my God, she's starting to lose like her accent. She cannot keep up. She's like, and you could see like she's like, God damn it. No, I've not really I've not really traveled. No, God dang it.
You don't have to try so hard for us.
Well, we've got to try. It's what we've all been practicing for.
You've been practicing for what?
Well, for all of the plays and theater stuff, this town, we're all going to make it one day. We've got to practice. We're all going to one day make it into the Bamboo Theater.
You're all actors.
Is this like the LA, except they're all terrible?
The LA,
the suburbs.
Yes, this is like every Starbucks in LA,
Oh.
where every barista is an aspiring actor.
Mm-hmm. Out of character, yeah, you watch her as she puts down the script and is like, yeah, you can tell like that's what it is. If you look closely enough, that you can see that it's got writing on it that looks like, and I mean, Ulfred probably knows, is aware of what this would be. Yeah, we are all actors. All of us in town. We're trying as a group to get involved in acting.
There you go. You pulled it back in. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. Why don't you show me? Why don't you read me some lines?
Yes, and
Yeah, I mean we're new here.
All good actors have a script on hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
mean she's.
Well, do you
We're
want to?
we're a fresh set of eyes.
Do you want to read with me?
No, I'm good.
No. Well, it's hard to do. It's hard to do.
is all acting in this accent?
No, well, no. It's just the character. It's like you know how you go to a town and you learn a new language, and it's better to everybody be immersive. Do you know what I'm saying? We're trying to help. We're trying to help out all of each other. Oh God. We're trying to help all of each other in town by taking on the one act. Okay, wait. She's trying to get herself together because she's very flustered right now.
Visually, I want to say Musashi has the most pained look on his face. Like he couldn't squint any harder, just trying to figure out what's going on with this wolf.
Ulfred is trying not to make the same face.
Pico's making the face. This town's
just
got
like
some problems.
Just like you're like, okay.
So what we're doing is we're trying to all speak in the same way so that the lead actor and what they're doing is so they hear it and it gets in their brain.
Oh boy.
But if you want to hear my acting, we could read together. looking at Francis specifically.
Yeah, because
No.
Francis wants.
I'm sorry for bringing it up. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Please don't punish me.
I've got an extra script right here.
I legitimately want to see Francis act. John, the person, wants to see Francis act, but I don't know.
Pico will slap Francis's back, even though he probably can't feel it at all, and say, "Now's your chance to be a star."
Hi, I'm Josh, and I run an actual play podcast that I'd like you to check out. I'm using the Godbound system, and I create a sandbox-style game in a large city called Moxbury. All of the player characters are evil, and I think that this really creates an interesting narrative because...
Nobody cares! I, Azrael, had to reconfigure reality to become the evil saint of Palor. Now I plan to overthrow the government of Moxbury and amass followers. Then I will become...
You wouldn't know the first thing about reconfiguring reality. I did it, not you. I, Milana, want no part of your feeble plans. When my plan comes to fruition, all of Moxbury will become my undead army, with them at my command.
They have to be dead before they become undead. I'm going to silence this entire city and prove myself. Prove Gerlach worthy of the goddess of the void.
No! Leave the monsters. I, Nuak Godslayer, will raise an army of monsters. They will overthrow our human leaders and live free. And I will be there.
Will all you quit your bickering and shut your faces? I, Brimstone, hear enough voices in my head without all of you talking over each other. All I want to do is kill the wizard Shalazar. It doesn't sound too difficult, does it?
If I have my way, it will be. Check out Tales from Moxbury wherever you find your podcasts or geekspective.com.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, I do have something I can copy and paste on chat that we can read together.
All right, let's do it.
Does Francis know what plays are?
Nope.
Does he understand what's happening?
I'm not sure he fully does.
Francis doesn't really have a good grasp on like currency, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. I
was gonna
imagine
say-
there weren't a ton of plays in Beaverton,
right.
which is his only experience with civilization.
And being a pig that got this form, is he literate?
Oh gosh, probably not.
Who would have taught him?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very fair. So like
so she'll hand me the script, yeah.
you hand me a script and I'm looking at it and I'm like, huh. And then I promptly turn it upside down and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. This is correct now.
You want to read for the man or the woman?
Is Pico on my back?
No. Or wait, let's have fun. The ground is disgusting, so yes, I am not going to touch the ground. I'll be on top of your shoulder.
I'm going to like stage whisper.
Okay.
Hey Pico?
Yeah?
Can you tell me what this says?
Yeah, okay. He'll whisper the script into his ear.
Okay.
I'm just an earpiece at this point.
This is I found I was looking up plays earlier because I had a feeling someone was gonna make me want to read something. Called it. And I found some ridiculous things that I don't know if are any good or not. Pico, you look at it, it says Act 1. The scene is a lounge with a lone man sitting on a settee. The man is seated facing the audience, but slightly to one side. He sits there and a woman enters carrying 2 mugs of tea. She hands one to the man and sits down. So are you reading for the man or for the woman?
I'll do man, I guess.
All right. I hand you a cup of tea.
I could do with a cuppa.
I wish we could go out once in a while.
Listens to Pico. Oh, come on. I do my best. It's not easy, you know.
It isn't easy for me either. I sit down.
That's what she says as she sits down.
Yes.
I know. It's just that I got into the habit of staying in. You try calculating the movement of planetary bodies just to decide whether you can have a year.
I do. I did it for you last time. Anyway, you have your pills.
That is true. I don't know how I would cope without them.
You couldn't. By the way, I just ordered you more. You weren't getting low, but they take a while to get a hold of.
She's becoming like Jewish mom.
We could try a lookout tomorrow night. It's a bit late now.
Yes, we'll go out tomorrow. And so we'll go on and back and forth, and you guys will hear eventually that this is a play about a werewolf having struggles.
Oh God.
Yeah, it goes on for a little bit, and then she'll be like, so what do you think? How's my acting? Dear God.
More importantly, how's mine?
You did great. You should come to rehearsal tomorrow.
Well, I guess I'm done traveling. No, I'm kidding.
I found my call in life. You're wonderful. We could use more act. Would you all there's a big rehearsal coming tomorrow night. You know, we're getting ready for a theater festival. There's no film in this world. We're expecting a lot of people to show up. Maybe you could join up, or at least give us some feedback.
Remind me how Francis feels about the wolf people.
I was kind of scared of you at first.
Uh-huh.
But then I've realized you're all kind of puny, so...
No, he is, for sure, but I don't know about the others.
I think Francis may have generalized a little bit that Ulfred, the first wolf person, is puny.
The type specimen.
These all are also puny. So yeah, I don't think he's super afraid of him now.
Musashi, what was your reaction to this whole play?
Still that face of just like, oh man. he's like, I don't even remember why I came in here. Like at this point. I don't know how he feels about that. think Musashi's much of an actor, and I don't think he's tried, so he doesn't really have much of an opinion on it either. He's just like, I guess it's good. Like, he's like, I guess it's okay.
How about Pico? I mean, I guess you were the one reading.
Yeah, I think after Pico has read that script in his ears, he's now kind of interested in this in a... You know how it's really fun to watch really bad movies? Like, he knows this is going to be a train wreck. So he's kind of interested now.
Sure. And Ulfred's reaction?
Oh, in the interest of objectivity, he says nothing.
I know I love acting it up and throwing on accents, but I'm not sure about Musashi, and I kind of want to like throw a roll to see if he would actually be good at it or not.
Yeah.
But unless he actually gets into like a situation where he has to act, I don't think I want to roll for that yet.
Okay.
But it'd be like if I fail the role, then I'd be like, well, he's bad acting, so I'll act badly, or I'll act acting badly. But if he was good at it, then I had just make him do the accent too and stuff.
Yeah,
and
acting is just talking with a silly voice.
Yeah,
that's all that we do every day.
Voice acting. Yeah.
So she mentions there is a rehearsal going on, that there is a film or a theater festival happening where she's basically like, they're expecting a lot of people and they're excited about it, but like, you guys, are you here for the theater festival? Because if you are, you're a bit early. That's fine, that's cool, you should stay.
Are you expecting a lot of out-of-towners?
We're hoping. We've been sending out pamphlets and adverts and all sorts of things for the last month or so. We're all very excited.
Where will they all be staying if there's no inn here?
Well, it's kind of like a festival where you bring your own tents.
It's like a Burning Man.
Burning Wolf, something like that. Do you? I mean, she'll say, are you guys just passing through? Are you staying? Because like, you could set out in the campsite if you want to, or she's like, if it's just the four of you, there's some room in here that you can kind of sleep in for the night if you're interested. We have no guests, and as you look around, like, this Rhapsody Roads is
Alfred would rather sleep outside.
Yeah, it's probably disgusting.
Is the Rhapsody Roads disgusting? I thought it was like okay in
so
here.
When you came in, it just smells musty.
Well, it's probably like unused.
For the most part, it doesn't look like people really come in here, so it's more musty and dusty than it is like sloppy and juicy.
I'm gonna look at Musashi, and I'm gonna look at Pico and Alfred, and I'm gonna say in a stage whisper, I know I'm a pig, but I don't want to sleep in the slop. You dig? And I'm gonna pick up my little booty and like hold up my little foot and be like, this is what we would be camping on. Look at this. And I'm gonna like start moving my dirty shoe towards the others. Do you want to set up camp on this? I don't.
I was gonna go back outside city limits, honestly.
I might be more okay with that.
We could like set up camp outside the city, right? Like just like outside the town.
Yeah, like wherever the trash heap doesn't. Yeah, wherever the trash heap ends.
The midden.
Wherever the smell does not reach.
So do you say who says what to the? Because she's like pointing towards a room, like a little offshoot room to the side. It's got cots, we got blankets.
It kind of sounds like we'll be roughing it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What? Wouldn't you rather want to stay here?
The weather's been so nice. We just want to sleep under the...
Yeah.
Thunderclap.
Sleep under the rain.
Musashi without tact just blatantly says, it stinks in here, and I don't want to sleep in here.
Her face looks...
Somebody had to say it.
Like crestfallen. She's like, it's staying. I don't. And she's like sniffing around, and she's like, I don't. I mean, maybe we could light a candle or two. Would that help? Then she like goes underneath the like.
We'll burn the place down with all the candles this needs.
The shade.
she looks so sad. She's like, mean, okay. I mean, we would be breakfast in the morning.
We can come back for breakfast.
What kind of food?
So in my head, I imagine it's like a shitty continental breakfast that you get like at a roadside motel, where it's like just dry cereal, milk in a pitcher, like
one bagel,
one stale
person.
bagel a person. There's not plastic packaging in this world, so it's like muffins that are wrapped in leaves. Like there's a toaster oven situation, that kind of stuff. There is no waffle maker here. It's not a Days Inn. It's more like a, I don't know, one of those names that it's not really a franchise.
Right.
Should be, but it's not.
Motel 6 is a franchise, but this is like a motel.
This is like a...
Like 4.
Yeah, this is like Motel 2.
This is a Rhapsody Roads, isn't it? Why are they serving continental breakfast? Is that part of the MO of Rhapsody Roads?
This one doesn't have it. This town doesn't have an inn.
Yeah, I feel like in small towns, it would make sense that Rhapsody Roads would double up because they're not getting enough business by themselves.
So is it just like nobody here other than the like staff? Yeah, like is
There's
it like
one
just
lady
staff
sitting in the
members,
dark.
or are there like people who?
Yeah, it's literally this one person. There is tables. There's 2 tables with the chairs and like a couch in here.
Is there like no traffic coming through here?
They look dusty and unused. You don't see anything else really. I mean, there is a bulletin board. There are things up on the bulletin board. But you guys are at the desk right now. So is somebody gonna go look at the bulletin board? Like,
Oh yeah, are there brochures?
oh yeah, when you
Alfred
go
loves brochures.
when you go over to the bulletin board, what you see are lots of like advertisements for plays coming up.
Okay.
A lot of it like most of it, it's like hand drawn portraitures of like starring actors in this, like movie posters. Like imagine a fantasy movie poster of like, I don't know, Producers, I guess, or like The Sound of Music, like a wolf in a nun's
The
habit
Wolf of Wall Street.
in the Alps swaying and like stuff like that is up there on the posters, and like lists of names and stuff like that. There might be a job there here and there, but they've been plastered over by this
Slime.
Ooh, what's the
dance
name for
festival.
this film festival, this theater festival? I didn't name it. I didn't give a name. Come on. It's the Oscartons. I don't know. The Oscartons.
Oh, wow.
What's that word for Japanese movies? Like Magic Lantern?
Ooh, that's fun.
I want to grab a poster. Something with the face on it.
Sure. Describe to me what this poster looks like that you grab.
So it's got wolf face on it. It's like kind of too close up. I want it because I want to get an autograph from somebody.
Okay.
And I can probably resell that somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, it's a very like dignified, it's like a George Clooney wolf.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm trying to think of a wolf pun. George Mooney is the actor's name.
Love
George Mooney.
Alfred
is good,
takes a
good. I
poster
love it.
just for himself.
I do love that.
It's like you see the same wolf. He seems to be like the star of a lot of plays and musicals that are happening in this town.
So he's maybe actually good, or is he just bankrolling everything?
Maybe he just, we don't, I mean, just, so I guess, what's her face could be like, oh, you're taking oh my god, you're taking the posters of George Mooney. Are you guys fans?
I think we're about to be.
Have you heard of him? Well, he's amazing. He's the best actor in this town.
Is this the main actor that you mentioned earlier? Everybody's trying to build up.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, I guess he's a good pause.
Are most of the people in this town related? Is that why
That's a good question.
you would work so hard to prop him up?
yeah, at least it's a very small town. It's mostly just families. Like, I have 4 brothers and sisters who are trying to help out being actors. We're like second cousins of George Mooney. George. God, her voice. She's like, God, I cannot get myself together. This is terrible. I'm letting my whole family down. I'm letting George Mooney down.
I wish I could convey John's face.
I know.
It's done.
He's so upset with me right now. He hates it.
No, I'm just sitting here like, what? I'm not going to stay there. I will do a camping check if I have.
Yeah, are you guys going to stay in this recipe, or are you?
Yeah, it seems like the group consensus is we're gonna head back outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe come back in the
All right,
morning.
sounds good.
Get some clean water, hopefully, if they fucking have any.
All they have is beer. It's one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, because the water's not safe.
You have to drink moonshine. Okay, so do you then leave? Or are you going to talk to her more?
Thank you for your time.
It's just that, like, we came here, it's nighttime, we're tired. We can do business here in the morning, right? Like, I kind of want to get the resting portion out of the way.
Yeah,
and maybe
Sure.
Musashi would come back in better spirit because it's just, he's tired.
He's tired. Yeah, sure. So, good night. I hope you come back for the festival. I mean, I hope you like it. I'm sorry it smells in here. I'll try my best to clean it up. I didn't even notice. I've been very, very busy trying to prepare for these plays. We don't get very many guests. You're the first in a while. So I apologize. I'll do better. Have a good night. I'm sorry again. I feel very ashamed and very embarrassed for the smell.
You're doing fine.
And the dust. I didn't even notice this. And like, she puts her hand on the couch and pulls it away, and it's like covered in like grimy. She's like, well, that's actually kind of weird. What the hell? What the? She didn't say what the fuck. But she's like, what the hell? This shouldn't be this dirty. All right, sorry. Good night. And then she'll wave you out as you go out of town, which you don't take too long. Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you've been enjoying Shapeshift, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It really does help the show out. Shapeshift is a part of the Geekspective Network, where I host and co-host a lot of other cool shows. You can get information about the Geekspective shows by either following the Geekspective Twitter, that's @Geekspective, or going to the website at geekspective.com. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. You can find him on Twitter @Rudy Basso. That's RUDYBASSO. Thanks, Rudy.